Guys, it's a hat day today, not for you, but for me, yes. Welcome back to the channel. It's, again, is so good to be back. Just wasn't really feeling my hair today. That's why, again, it's a hat day. It is what it is. In today's video, I've got something super rad for you. You know, I've done a few different videos involving layering and volume, because volume is coming back. It's coming back with a vengeance. You know what? Actually, I don't even think volume left. But you know what? We're gonna be talking about volume, DIYing volume, a new approach to it. Stick around, it is gonna be bad. So visually, as you guys can see here, you guys can see how what I did is I made this first kind of round section through here. So you can see how I did the first ponytail, which is gonna be essentially this crown area. And now what we wanna do is you can see how this kind of comes off the head like this. Now that's gonna be our second section we cut. The second section that we actually did, which is gonna be the second ponytail, which you can actually see as I was kind of putting this up, this is right over the top. And so you have two different ponytails. You have one underneath and then one on top. Now, how we're gonna be doing this is when we start to cut, we're gonna be cutting the second one first, then the actual first one that we did. So first off, we're gonna be cutting this first section, as you can see right through here. So this is kind of where we're gonna be starting. Now, of course, with where your length is sitting is dependent on how much length do you wanna keep. Now, of course, this mannequin head has like length down to here. I don't really care if I'm gonna be losing a lot of length. I just kind of wanna show you guys a little bit more of kind of how this is gonna look, kind of shock factor. So what we're gonna be doing with the first section is I'm gonna be cutting this with a blunt scissor. Then the underneath section, we're gonna be doing that with an actual razor. Now again, I didn't make this like super tight. So let's go ahead and cut this off, just like so, okay? Now, of course, I like to do everything at an angle from the head. Instead of it being like horizontally like this, it's a little bit more, you know, it's got kind of like an angle, 45-degree angle, just like that. Now what I would like to do is I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna soften this up. I've done this in some of my previous videos. I will take a chunking scissor like this, and I'm just gonna kind of hit those ends just a little bit. Then I'll come in, I'll kind of point cut it, just like that. And this will just kind of help us, again, soften up, okay? Now what we're gonna do, let's go ahead and remove the second ponytail. Okay, take that off, just like so. Now we're gonna let that kind of fall. Gonna get rid of that, just like that. As you can start to see, again, this is our kind of like round halo throughout the top, okay? Now I went and actually used a clip underneath because I didn't want to cut any of that remaining hair right through there. So again, I have this ponytail just like so. Now we're gonna approach this in a little bit of a different way. You know, I've done some texturizing where I'll either go in between and I'll remove a little bit of weight, or I'll actually go over the top. I'm gonna go ahead and link some of those videos right over here. You can check that out. If you haven't seen those, what I wanna do with this is I actually want to utilize this ponytail to where what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be skimming over the top, okay, to create this lift. And so essentially, it'll be kind of like a funnel. And so this funnel will create this volume, and then you'll have a little bit more length, right kind of length in that center area. Not a ton, just a little bit. Because when we go to let this down, we're going to create more of that explosive volume throughout the top. It's gonna be pretty bad. If you're gonna be cutting something really, really short, this is gonna get extremely cropped through here. It's gonna be extremely short. If you want a ton of volume, then I would cut it really short. If you want something that's gonna blend a little bit more with that length, let's start a little bit further out, just like that, okay? So I'm gonna start on this back section here. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take my razor and I'm gonna start by just kind of carving around, right? Just like so. And you can see how that hair, I'm gonna come over here and you can see some of that short hair just like that, and I'm just gonna kind of carve up just like so. Come over through here, like the front area, and just carve up just like that. And you can use a straight edge razor, you can use a feather razor, and you can use a butter knife for all I care. No, I'm just kidding, let's not do that. And as you can see, I just keep kind of cruising all the way around until I start kind of like gnawing through and making this ponytail lighter and lighter, okay? And again, it's just a very light movement, guys. And around and around and around we go. Where we stop, only Jake knows. Come on, that was pretty funny, man. If you're laughing, give me a thumbs up. Comment, let me know. Let me know what you think. Awesome. All right, guys. The ultimate reveal. Let's take this out. Yeah, this is gonna be super, super fun. Because again, the really, really cool thing, again, by drawing everything up to this area, you're extending and you're leaving length around this perimeter. We don't have so much as in like this really kind of short like fringe right through here. This is actually gonna work really well as far as parting the hair in any which direction. This would work amazing done wavy and or curly if you do have texture in your hair. But we're gonna go ahead and smooth this out because I wanna show you guys all the details that comes with how cool this haircut is going to look and how blended it's also gonna look as well. So let's go ahead and dry this. Let's do it. So as you guys can see, I styled it two different ways. I did this side with a brush that's kind of like got a bevel just like this. It's kind of like the bevel of like a half moon almost. And then this side, I did it with a round brush, okay? Both are Daul Bristle brushes that's got nylon and boar, okay? So as you can see, let's talk a little bit about this side over through here. Now again, vastly how you go to style your hair is like you know, the result you're gonna get. We decide to put a little bit of a wave in it with like a rod or a curling iron or something like that. Of course, it's gonna change the effect. Now let's come over here to this side. Now you can kind of start to see the difference. You know, this again is a little bit smoother, okay? Because the diameter of the brush is not as, you know, not as curved. Now, as you kind of start to see this straight on through here, you can really start to see the difference between the two, which again, I still really dig both of them. Both of them work really well. Now let's go ahead and talk a little bit about what is happening with that shape, okay? Now let's break this down just a little bit. Now let's kind of look at this side, okay? Now, the thing that you want to keep in mind, guys, that inner circle through here, you can start to see that there's a little bit of a curve underneath because it's going from short to long with that razor. And then you have that length through there. Let's look at this side as well, okay? The side that has a little bit more volume is going to kind of show more of those layers really well. But on this side, you can see how things look a little bit more seamless, which is awesome. So again, and the cool thing about it is, again, this is very shaggy. Shags are so hot right now. Seriously.
So hot right now.
Again, this is so much fun. Look at how much volume this has. And again, this is just on the side that is a little bit more smooth. Guys, seriously, I really hope you guys are digging this. I'm like on a natural high. I love it. You know, so if you guys are into this, let me know. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I didn't even put any product in here. Again, I just wanted to show you guys what I had to offer. And as that, you know, mannequin head just goes down, and you know what? That concludes today's video. I hope you guys dug it. Thanks for hanging out. My name is Jake Thompson Hair. Share this video, like it, subscribe. Just all the goods, man. I will see you guys in the next video.